Hello, everyone. This is history about sheep. Sheep are among the first animals to have been domesticated by humans. Their history goes back to between 11,000 to 9,000 BCE in Mesopotamia initially. They were raised for meat, milk, and skins. Woolly sheep began to develop around 6,000 BCE and were traded to Africa and Europe. Sheep played a crucial role in ancient civilizations, providing food, clothing, and religious offerings. They were also brought to the Americas by Columbus and played a significant role in the economies of various regions. Key points: early domestication. Sheep domestication is linked to the wild mouflon in Mesopotamia. Wool development. The development of woolly sheep and their trading occurred later, around 6000 BCE. Ancient importance. Sheep were essential to ancient economies, providing food, clothing, and religious resources. Introduction to the Americas. Sheep were brought to the Americas by Columbus and played a role in their agricultural development. Modern significance. Sheep continue to be a valuable livestock resource for meat, wool, and milk production worldwide. Sheep were among the first animals to be domesticated by humankind, although the domestication of dogs probably took place 10 to 20,000 years earlier. The domestication of the sheep are among the first animals to have been domesticated by humans. Their history goes back to between 11,000 and 9,000 BCE, when humans domesticated the will. History of sheep. Learn about the origins of sheep. IWTO 12th Aug 2024. It is believed that selective breeding for woolly sheep began around 6000 BCE, with efforts to obtain white-fleeced sheep beginning in Mesopotamia. International Wool Textile Organization. Sheep in history. Sheep were domesticated 10,000 years ago in Central Asia, but it wasn't until 3500 BC that people learned to spin wool. Sheep helped to make the spread of sheep characteristics, breeds, and facts. Britannica. 23rd of May 2025. Sheep were first domesticated from wild species of sheep at least 5000 BCE, and their remains have been found at numerous sites of early human habitat. History of the domestic sheep. 21st of Sept 2021. The history of the domestic sheep goes back to between 11,000 and 9,000 BC, and the domestication of the wild moulin in ancient Mesopotamia. Sheep. History timelines. A history timeline about sheep. 11,000 BC. Domestication of sheep. Sheep were one of the first animals to be domesticated by humans around 11,000 BC in the mid. History timelines. Lamb from farm to table. USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service. Sheep is the oldest domesticated meat species. Sheep have been raised by humans, beginning about 9,000 years ago in the Middle East. Sheep are among the first animals to have been domesticated by humans. Their history goes back to between 11,000 and 9,000 BCE, when humans domesticated the wild mouflon in ancient Mesopotamia. The first sheep were primarily raised for meat, milk, and skins. Woolly sheep began to be developed around 6,000 BCE. In many countries, lamb, a Y. USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service.gov. AI responses may include mistakes. If you like this video, share, comment, like, follow for more. See you in my next video. Bye.